Here we go on our first map of the best of 3. To the top left, we have our Terran player starting for LGIM. It is
LGIM, Ro32.
Very aggressive player. His opponent to the bottom right in the blue, former MVP player. He is
Slayers, Genius.
And Genius, when you talk about his matchup against Terran, you have to mention his last game that was against Tasia, where he lost with 3-0 at the TSL4 qualifier, the Korean qualifier that is. But losing to Tasia, that's basically a fate that he shares with a lot of very well-known Protoss players, MC being one of them.
Yeah. You know, when there's a Protoss player that does well, you kind of, there's always some sort of personality attached to that, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a Protoss player that does well, there's a style always attached, there's like, it's almost like all Protoss players like have their moment, and then they kind of stick around, they don't disappear or anything like that, but it's like every Protoss player has been a finalist or almost got there that one time. I don't know how to explain myself here, I sound a little bit silly right now, but I feel like there's something about Protoss players where it's like, ah yeah, like...
And that isn't true for the other races?
No, it's true actually. That's why, as soon as I said that, I was like, well, you know, actually, then you have players like Lena and Losira
going through all the zergs and then like, wait a second.
But Dreamer TT, he's not a player who sticks with me the same way. But he hasn't had his moment yet, I think.
He's not really as successful as Genius, of course. One of the reasons why Genius is the favorite player here. And the last match that Dreamer TT played against Protoss, there were actually like 2 I could find. He won against Cyplo with a 3-1 in one of the online tournaments, and in the KSL he was defeated by Tacita, but not a lot of games. He was successful against Nida and Iron Squid, but you can already see that all these tournaments that I mentioned have been quite a while ago, and therefore we haven't seen him just recently in this matchup. So let's just find out how good he actually is against Protoss. He's starting things off with this 1 barracks into expand command center now being built on the low ground.
Yeah, not being so aggressive this game. This is a nice follow-up. Double barracks going down, it's going to go up to 3. And he's skipping the gas for now. He's going to fall off a little bit of marine pressure. And Stargate plays with Venus. Wow. Phoenixes, I believe, will be what we see. Although Genius has been known to use Void Rays. He got over his addiction, though. He had to go through rehab. There was a lot of, you know, he sat in the bed, and the doctor held up a picture and said, "What do you see?" And he's like, "That's a bunker." And the Genius was like, "Okay." I know, yeah, that's a bunker. And the doctor holds up another picture, and he's like, "What do you see, Genius?" And he's like, "That's a missile turret." And so now he's over it. But he's...
What?
He's adding two gateways right now. This may be a Void Ray all-in. Get ready.
Did you have coffee again, Wolf?
Only 1 cup. He's gonna start a Void Ray.
Of course he's gonna start a Void Ray. He's Genius.
Genius, man. You've been through rehab. Oh, he's going back to it. Oh no. He came into Slayers. Oh, I know how they got him. They offered him the Void Ray all-ins. He took it right away.
It is Genius. What did you expect?
I thought, you know, he was gonna go Phoenixes. I thought he was cured.
No, man. No therapy can cure Genius. He's going for the Stargate, and as soon as you see it on the production tab, you know what's coming.
Oh man, this is a cool way of doing this because it's less risky than proxying it, but at the same time it means that your Void Ray is not going to be able to get there very fast. And Dreamer TT is actually not scouted at all. He went to the watchtower, and that's all he saw. He didn't see anything else, so he has no idea what to expect. He's getting a factory up right now, which is really useful for him because if he can get that Viking out, that's going to be helpful to him. Got to make sure not to lose it. If the Void Ray gets charged, though, the Viking's not going to be of too much help. This is getting pretty tense. He's hiding. He's getting more.
There's a Marino too in the army of Dreamer TT. But yeah, he's hiding them. He's really getting the 3rd one as we speak. And this is going to be pretty interesting as soon as he decides to go.
You know, part of the strength of the Void Realm is eliminated by the wider ramp maps, because part of the strength of it was being able to pick off depots and units with your Stalkers, outrange the Marines. But on a map like this, not only, like you mentioned, Dreamer TT has a lot of Marines already out on the map, and there's no way to pick units off really with this type of ramp.
Look at how many Marines he already have. It's going to be so hard for him to actually pull this off, because the bunkers are now going down, and I'm not quite sure if Genius is going to be successful here. If Dreamer TT completes those 2 bunkers and keeps producing a few Marines, then he should be fine. The stim timing, it's nearly done. As long as he holds for a little bit, the stim is going to be so important to defend against the Void Rays. He can stim in, take the Void Rays down, and then this push loses a lot of his momentum.
Oh man, Genius is going to have flashbacks to the hospital where you saw those missile turrets and bunkers, man. That's exactly what he's about to face here. Even a 3rd bunker. He's charging up on the rocks. 3 Void Rays. You know, we saw Hongan almost make this work, even with bunkers against him, but this time he's so prepared, he's even got an SCV pull here.
Missile turret and everything, and here we go. The SCVs are trying to save the bunker. A mass repair going off immediately, and now the ground forces for Genius, they melt away.
This was relatively unsuccessful, you could say.
Stim is done.
Yep, and he's going to use it. Stims and chases. Nice start micro by Dreamer TT. And Genius is going to be out in game number 1 here, losing every single unit. GG.
Whoa, that was fast.
He is going to need therapy after that one. He actually...
That